Hi everyone, Noble Absinthe here, and welcome back to my Samurai Jack Retrospective. Today we're on Season 2, Episode 9, or Episode 22, Jack versus the Five Hunters. Let's begin. This episode is pretty solid and is one that I was looking forward to reviewing when I started this entire series. It just really sorry it took so long to get back. Anyway, our episode is pretty simple. Aku zips from Earth just to ruin these hunters' catch, and then tasks them with hunting the greatest prey of all time, Samurai Jack. These Rengar-looking men are called the Imakandi, hunters that care not for material wealth but just the enjoyment of the hunt. They accept Aku's request just for the enticing challenge. They zip right to Earth themselves and ruin Jax's lunch. And I mean, our hero's eating a rotisserie chicken that he had to have bought from a store, since where else would you get that bird? And why are you eating by a sewer, mate? That's not good for your health. Anyway, he's captured immediately. Imakandi, with a voice actor, mentions that this was GG easy, and decides to mention that Aku must be a real wuss himself for not being able to capture just this easy prey. Jack hears Aku and snaps back at them, slashes once, and realizes that these guys are good. Jack books it, and this becomes a sewer chase episode.
Oh, my favorite.
I don't know about you guys, but I hated the starting city Jack was plopped into. And not to mention, what are you doing here, Jack? Why are you back here? You were here at episode 1, and now it's like episode 22, and you didn't even leave. It's just weird. Anyway, the episode is a lot of grunge and tribal music that is a very nice contrast to the high-tech city that we're in. Still would have preferred them being in a jungle setting or a prairie setting with the tribal music, but this is okay, I guess. Jack plays some elevator tricks on the Imakandi as comic relief, and then makes his way to the very top of the tower. He shows off his awesome arrow sensing skills like he did in episode 7, but this arrow was actually a snake. He gets captured again and delivered to Aku, but in a M. Night Shyamalan twist, the hunters tell Aku to shove it, since this was the best hunt they've ever had, and just book it themselves. Jack awakes and the episode ends. This was an episode I remembered being a lot better than it actually was. A lot of it being a sewer episode, with really the idea and the ending being the standout points. The Imakandi were really cool, and after watching, Ashi and her sisters in season 5, it was a lot of deja vu, man. I mean, it's a bunch of hunters with specialty weapons. Granted, none of them are really that deadly. You got like a shock spear that creates like a fence and stuff. You've got a blow dart that tranks your opponent. You got a bow that's really shooting snakes that, again, trank your opponent. And then, the mightiest of all, rope. The hunt itself was neat, but it was just a lot of quick hiding and running. The highlight was the very end with the snake arrow, but yeah, there was no real fighting in this episode. It was just chasing. Perhaps it's because I already watched this episode as a kid, but this didn't really make me feel any real sense of tension. Even if I try to put myself in the shoes of a new viewer, the only things I've mentioned are the cool designs, the snake arrow, and the fact that these guys technically beat Jack. The rest was kind of a waste, just like the sewer. Also, if you're wondering, I know this episode was titled Jack and the Five Hunters. I looked online, and I wanted to call it Jack and the Hunters, but I go by the official titles. Because in this episode, there are only 4 hunters. Like I said, the spear, the rope, the bowman, and the dart guy. So I was legit considering calling this Jack versus the Hunters, but I have to go by the official title. So after that, when the credits rolled, I noticed this episode only had 3 voice actors. So I decided to look up voice actor for Lioner 1. I don't know if that's his name, or if you call a Imakandi guy a Lioner, but that's the official title for them. It's in the credits. And it was by Kevin Michael Richardson. This guy's got one impressive resume. And the standout ones for me was he voiced Schnitzel from Chowder, Cleveland from Family Guy, and too many things. I bring this up because I found his voice to be really, really good in this episode and thought I heard it from somewhere. I would not have guessed that it was Cleveland's voice. And also, I didn't think it would be Rada Rada. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I know this has been a really long while for this release, too long of a while. I've been wanting to branch out and release other things, and like I said in my Grass Roast review, I've gotten a new job that has 12-hour shifts, and, you know, it just takes up too much time. I've always wanted YouTube to be a hobby that turned into a career, but consistent income is more important. I've been thinking of opening up a Patreon as a form of tip jar. I know I said in my Spoony thing that I'd never open up a Patreon unless I knew all about it, but I'm slowly knowing more and more stuff about it. I'm not sure if that would be a great idea. I would love some feedback on if I should, open up a Patreon. I love doing YouTube, and now that I've gotten to a point with my new job that I'm comfortable with the schedule, I'll try to pump these things out. I really want to finish this series, since I'm the kind of guy who likes to start stuff and not quit. So please tell me if opening up a Patreon is a good idea. I might make a separate video addressing it, but for now, I'm just solely focused on working on the next few episodes of this retrospective, more Channel Awesome stuff, and that manga review for A Trail of Blood. Because every time I write the review for that, a new chapter comes out, and I'm like, God damn it, Anyway, as always, if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe, comment, and, all that other stuff that YouTubers ask for. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.